Copy, Reed.
V, finally. Blackwell's lockdown on comms has been lifted. Heading to your location now. Saw me with you?
She's here. She's alive.
Good. Take care of her. I'll be there shortly. We'll save her yet.
She'll be live and intact, both physically and virtually. That's a pleasant surprise. Shutting down the Cynosure core wasn't a walk in the park, but it seems like we've managed to corral that Blackwall AI back into its digital cage. The Spider-Bot's disabled, the AI is contained, and Somai's hopefully regaining some sense of reality. This catwalk around the Cynosure core gives a dizzying view of the magnitude of this underground labyrinth. Militech went to great lengths to bury their secrets. Literally. The implications of what's transpired here are still sinking in. An underground facility housing a weapon to rival Arasaka's soul-killer tech. A desperate attempt to control Blackwall II. And Somai caught in the crossfire. What a mess! I can't linger on the metaphysical aspects or the grand scale of corporate scheming. There's still Songbird to deal with, and the fallout from this escapade won't be a gentle breeze. It's time to rendezvous with Reed and figure out our next move in this convoluted chess game. It's a heavy moment, standing there in the shadowy glow of the Cynosure core, with Somai disconnected and vulnerable. She's back to herself, scared and weakened. A far cry from the dangerous force she became under the influence of that Blackwall eye.
V. It's good you're here. Second chance. I never really got it, did I?
Damn it, Somi. Had to have known this wouldn't end well.
I kept hoping. Now I know. When you lose something, it's for good.
Somi.
I'm fading, V. Help me out.
Somi. I
tried on my own. Don't have the strength. Please. End it. I'll go quickly.
Somi, we got the neural matrix.
It'll be
We'll
over.
use it. Cure you, cure me. It's all good. We'll be all good.
It's too late for me. Blackwall. It's taken almost all of me. Dying. It's my only hope. Only way out. Please be.
Always been your choice, Somi. I get it now. And I gotta respect it.
Thank you. And I'm sorry for everything.
I respect her wishes, as painful as it is. Unplugging her is the only way to ensure she won't be a pawn in some greater corporate game. As I do it, I can't help but think about the profound questions her case raises. What does it mean to be human when consciousness itself is blurred by the lines of artificial intelligence?
show me. We're too late, aren't we?
Damn it, Reed. Sorry.
Yeah, so am I. We need to get her out of here.
Right.
Let's get moving.
Reed's self-lamentation echoes in the hushed aftermath.
Being awful quiet. Everything all right?
I think I'm all out of words for you.
Okay, then say nothing. Not like I care.
Her plea to end it, to
We should have
unplug
been
her,
me down
echoes
there
in the
with Sammy.
cavernous space.
Not you.
This is different from the relic. A whole new level of complexity. Johnny was human
I
once,
should have
but
looked
whatever
her in the eye.
inhabits So-Mai's mind is
Heard
something
her
else
say she wanted out of
entirely.
life.
A non-human consciousness
I
from
could have
beyond the
changed her mind.
Blackwall. It's a weighty decision, but there's little choice here. So-Mai's existence,
think so?
a blend of human and AI, is too unpredictable, too much of a potential threat in the wrong hands.
Stand by to secure target.
Blaming yourself for her death because you think you had a say. Except you didn't. Not everything depends on you, Reed.
Clearly.
Step out of the vehicle, please.
Hey, don't worry. Plan to stick with you till the end, all right?
Please step out of the vehicle.
Reed?
FIA Special Agent Terry. I'll have our people take over the body.
No. V, could you carry Somi? Please.
I got her.
Place her here.
Take good care of her.
V, the president would like a word.
Can't loiter here.
Won't shake your hand, Myers. Not after all this.
Surely if there's any blame to lay here, it would be at your feet, not mine.
You're the reason Somi's dead. Know that, right? That if you hadn't pushed her past the black wall off a goddamn cliff?
I did not let that girl drag me around Dogtown by the nose simply to put her down. You know that, don't you?
Song opted to die rather than fall into your hands. Know that, right?
Death is never the answer. I've seen too much of it already. Were I in her shoes, I would have chosen life.
Yeah, well, you weren't.
If I'm not mistaken, neither were you.
Liked you better when I was ripping that tracker out of your neck. You were just you then.
I'm still me. And the president.
How could I forget?
You'd be wise to remember who you're speaking to.
And who would that be, exactly?
All right. I can't deny you tried to help her. Thank you for your service to the NUSA.
Rosalind, wait. And my reward? Remember being promised some help.
You were promised assistance for bringing So-Mi in alive. If you failed to deliver your end of the bargain, why should we deliver ours? In fact, we should charge you for the harm you've brought to the agency and the NUSA. But the federal government isn't petty. As for compensation...
As we stand there, grappling with the consequences of our actions, So-Mi's fate lies in the hands of the NUSA government, claimed as if she were nothing more than a piece of property. Reed berates himself, and part of me understands the weight of his guilt. He pushed So-Mi, but it was at the government's behest. The puppet strings are always there, invisible yet controlling. It's a stark reminder of the very thing Johnny Silverhand rebelled against. A system that treats people as expendable assets, a machine grinding down the essence of personhood.
Think I know how you're feeling, Reed. Know the pain.
We're all set to go.
She asked me once if I'd always be by her side when she fucked up. I said I wouldn't miss it for the world. She didn't believe me. Just smiled. Shook her head, but she wasn't buying it. I could tell. Lost all my friends when you recruited me, she said. Now don't you become my enemy. That's all I ask. Was I a friend or an enemy? Fuck.
The more I delve into this world, the more I comprehend Johnny's disdain for the corporations, their lack of respect for individuality. It's not just his Enneagram talking. It's a raw, visceral response to the heartless machinery that governs Night City. Reed is no friend. He's a mercenary draped in patriotic veneer, willing to sell his skills to the highest bidder, blinded by the illusion of noble service. It's a world where loyalties are bought and sold, and Reed, in his misguided patriotism, epitomizes the systemic rot that eats away at the very fabric of humanity.
They were ground's hot. They were her choices, Reed. Her mistakes, not yours.
I should have seen the consequences before it was too late.
Well, she did. Knew him and came to terms with him.
I failed her.
So-Mi didn't blame you, and neither should you. You know, Reed, got to know So-Mi about as well as you knew her. Ever want to talk?
I think it's high time you headed back to Night City.
Yet, in the midst of it all, I can't help but feel a connection to Johnny's fight, a shared defiance against the dehumanizing mechanisms of power.
You know, ever since the start of this whole FIA business, been trying to pin down a strange feeling. This fear gnawing at my insides, yelling louder and louder. Yelling that I should delta as far away as possible. Think I've finally figured out what it was.
So Johnny of you. Ghosting the second shit gets complicated or uncomfortable.
Fuck off. How's that for being Johnny?
Just look at your relationships.
Okay, enough. Some stories don't get a happy ending for the credits roll. Leaving questions you're never gonna find the answers to. Questions you'll lug around till the day you croak.
Sounds about right.
Better believe it.
Can turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know. Dwelling on past mistakes.
How do you mean?
Try so hard to run away from them, you forget you're going around in a neat little circle. Heading for a head-on.
And fucking bam.
Exactly.
One way or another, shit always ends up fucked. First Saburo, then Yorinobu, now Myers. Got a knack for getting in dangerous peeps' ways, you know? For real, though. How's it feel, you know? With all that's gone down.
Wasn't about to let Somi fall into Myers' hands. To be a lab rat to poke and prod.
Hey, fucking man, saw Myers at the border yourself. A human suit with something inhuman buttoned up in her skin. Couldn't hide it if she tried. Meaning that somehow, some way, you managed not to completely fuck things up. For once.
Not helping, Johnny.
Not making your life any easier, I know. But thinking about Songbird, about Reed, finally starting to see why I did all the shit I did. Why I went AWOL during the war, then set off on the warpath against Arasaka. Why I called Carrie a fucking pussy so many times. Think finally I understand why I couldn't bring myself to trust Reed. 'Cause I know his type. Idealist. Like me. Who can't see that what he believes in will devour everyone he cares about. Just one thing sets us apart. Unlike me, he saw his shit through to the end. Price be damned. There. Fucking said it.
Thought you and Reed had a lot in common. Except when it comes to being blinded by ideals. Well, can skin that cat a dozen different ways. He did everything he could to save her. That's why he'll eventually accept her being gone. Whereas you...
Guess I was never chasing ideals. Not really. Life. That's what I was running from.
And? Still running?
Does it matter? I'm still breathing. Sort of. Just don't know what the fuck for.
Know what I think? Sometimes you're better off not knowing.
Saying the truth don't always set us free. Ignorance can be bliss. Maybe. Or maybe it's just time to grow the fuck up. All right. Good talk. Get up.
Those thoughts, feelings. Didn't expect that from you, Johnny.
Probably 'cause you think you've got me all figured out.
No. Just didn't realize that under the prick rocker boy exterior, you're nothing but a big old softie.
Yeah. Fuck you too. Ah, finally.
Checking the messages, Mr. Hands beckons from the shadows of Dogtown, offering new gigs, new challenges. The grind never stops in Night City, and every gig brings a fresh set of risks and rewards. The NUSA government's paltry payment for the turmoil we've endured is hardly a surprise. The system never was on our side. Johnny, always the prophet of doom, foresaw the outcome. A meager reward for a job that went far beyond its initial scope. 5,000 eddies won't buy redemption or erase the scars left by the tangled mess of AS. Conspiracies and government puppetry. It's just another drop in the vast ocean of Night City's corruption.